All right, buckle up, everyone, because today we're diving headfirst into the world of LLM engineering. I know you've heard the buzz, you've seen the headlines, maybe even had to go with those AI chatbots, right? But have you ever stopped and thought, what's really going on in those digital brains?
It's like everyone's got a smartphone, but how many of us could actually build one from scratch?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we're tackling today, the nuts and bolts of building these powerful language models, our guide. A pretty intense technical manual called Mastering LLM Engineering. But don't worry, we're sifting through the jargon to bring you the good stuff, the stuff that'll make you sound like an LLM pro in no time.
And it's funny you say LLM, and most folks immediately think ChatGPT, right?
Right, like it's synonymous.
But it's so much bigger than just one AI. We're talking about a whole family of super smart systems, each one trained on mountains of data to understand and generate human-like text.
So it's not just one superstar, it's a whole league of them. What else is out there that we might recognize, in our day-to-day lives?
Hmm. Well, let me ask you this. When was the last time you used Google to search for something?
Oh, come on, you know I'm online all the time. Just this morning, actually.
Exactly. And chances are you rubbed shoulders with an LLM called Bert without even realizing it.
Bert, like the Sesame Street character?
Not quite. This Bert is how Google deciphers what you mean, not just what you type, and then delivers those crazy accurate search results.
LLMs are already everywhere behind the scenes.
Okay, that's kind of blowing my mind right now. But how did we even get to this point? What's the story, the journey from those early grammar checkers to these sophisticated language wizards we're talking about?
Oh, it's been a wild ride. Think back to those first clunky models, things like ngrams. They were like the predictive text on your phone. Good for a giggle, but not much else.
Yeah, did you mean?
Exactly. Then came RNNs, which were better at understanding sequences of words but still struggle with those long, complex sentences. And then, boom, 2017, everything changed with the arrival of the transformer architecture.
Transformers sound like we just entered the Matrix. Kinda. It was a total game changer.
Okay, so what's so special about these transformers? Give me the lowdown.
Imagine reading a book, but only being able to understand one word at a time. That was the old way. Transformers, they changed the game completely. They let these AI models process chunks of text all at once, like grasping the whole sentence, the whole paragraph, even the whole page.
So it's like going from a narrow spotlight to a floodlight, suddenly seeing everything in context.
Exactly. And that, my friend, is how we went from those frustrating "did you mean" searches to actually getting what you meant. It's all about understanding those subtle connections in language, the things we humans do without even thinking.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. We're talking about teaching a machine to understand language like we do, but on a whole other level. So what are the building blocks of this language education? Like, where do we even begin?
Imagine you're giving a crash course in human language to a computer, right? You got to break it down, make it digestible. And that's where natural language processing comes in.
NLP. I've heard that one thrown around, but honestly, I have no clue.
Think of it like giving the computer the tools to decode the secrets of human language. Kind of like a secret agent learning a new code.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So let's break it down. What are some of these essential NLP tools? Like, what's in a language agent's toolkit?
All right, picture this. You want the computer to understand a sentence, let's say. This deep dive into AI is mind-blowing. First things first, got to chop that sentence up into individual words or even parts of words that hold meaning. We call that tokenization.
So it's like teaching the computer to recognize the individual ingredients, the words, before it can understand the whole recipe.
You got it. But it's not just about recognizing the words. It's about understanding their roles. That's where part of speech tagging comes in. We label each word, noun, verb, adjective, the grammar rules.
So it's like we're giving the computer that crash course in grammar we all probably slept through in high school.
Exactly.
Mm.
But there's more. We also have named entity recognition, or NER for short. Now, this is where it gets really cool. Imagine being able to pick out all the important people, places, and dates in a text automatically. That's NER in action.
Okay, so it's like the computer is reading a news article and automatically highlighting all the key players and locations.
You got it. We're giving the LLM the tools to understand not just the what, but the who, the where, and the when. It's about connecting those dots, building a deeper understanding of the text.
This is fascinating. But we've talked about the building blocks, the tools, right? What about
That's
the transformer, the real star of the show? How does it actually work its magic with all these tools?
Think of the transformer like a master chef with two essential stations. the encoder and the decoder.
Okay, two chefs, two stations. I'm following.
The encoder is all about taking your input, that text you want the LLM to understand, and creating a rich, detailed representation of its meaning. It's like meticulously studying the recipe, understanding every ingredient and how they work together.
Okay, so the encoder is like deeply analyzing the text, right? What about the decoder? What's its specialty?
Ah, the decoder. That's where the magic truly happens.
Hmm.
It takes that deep understanding from the encoder and uses it to craft the final output, whether it's translating languages, writing different kinds of creative content, or answering your questions in an informative way. It's like taking all those analyzed ingredients and actually cooking the dish.
So the encoder and decoder, they're like a dynamic duo working in perfect harmony to understand and generate language.
Precisely. And the secret sauce to this harmony, the thing that really makes it all click, is something called attention mechanisms. But we'll dive into those fascinating details right after this quick break.
All right, we're back. And I gotta say, those attention mechanisms you mentioned before the break have really got my gears turning. It's like we're about to unlock a whole new level of understanding here.
You're spot on. Remember how we talked about the transformer's ability to process chunks of text simultaneously, like seeing the whole picture?
Right.
Well, attention mechanisms are the key to making that happen. It's
Right.
like when you're reading a book and you naturally pay more attention to certain words or phrases, right?
Yeah.
The ones that really stand out, the ones that hold the key to understanding the whole story.
Okay, so instead of treating every word equally, the LLM is smart enough to prioritize. It's like it has a built-in BS detector.
Precisely. It's not just blindly processing every single word.
Mm-hmm.
It's figuring out which parts of the text are actually important for the task at hand. Imagine you're reading a mystery novel, right?
Oh, I love a good mystery.
Right. Your brain naturally hones in on those clues, those subtle interactions between characters, those little details that might seem insignificant at first, but turn out to be crucial to cracking the case.
It's like our brains are already doing this attention thing without us even realizing it. We're natural-born LLMs.
Well, kind of. And these attention mechanisms in LLMs work in a similar way. They help the model sift through all the information and focus on what's truly relevant, just like our brains do when we're trying to solve a puzzle or follow a complex plot line.
Okay, this is making so much sense now. We've got these basic building blocks of language. We've got the transformer with its incredible processing power. And now we've got this attention thing that's like a super powered highlighter, picking out all the important stuff. But how do we actually teach one of these things? I mean, it's not like we can just sit it down with a stack of flashcards and say, go learn.
You're right. It's definitely not that simple.
Yeah.
This is where the magic of training comes in. And just like teaching any student, whether it's a human or a machine, it all starts with the right ingredients data.
So data is like the LLM's curriculum, the textbooks it studies to learn about the world.
Exactly. But here's the catch. It's not just about quantity. It's about quality over quantity every single time. Think of it this way. If you only ever read cookbooks, you'll be a great chef? Maybe. But you won't be able to write a symphony.
You'll be a master of one domain, but clueless about others. Got it.
Exactly. You have to feed the LLM the right kind of data for the specific skills you want it to develop. It's all about choosing the right diet for a healthy AI mind.
So how do we find this perfect data diet? Are there like AI grocery stores out there?
Well, there are tons of publicly available data sets out there, pre-packaged for common tasks like analyzing sentiment or answering questions. It's like buying your groceries pre-chopped and portioned, super convenient. But sometimes you need something more unique, more tailored to your specific needs.
Like a home-cooked meal for the AI.
Precisely. Let's say you're building an LLM to write really compelling product descriptions for a fashion company. You wouldn't just feed it any old text. You'd want to train it on existing product descriptions that are already top-notch, the ones that really capture that brand's style and voice.
So it's like giving the AI a crash course in fashion writing by having it study the masters.
You got it. It's all about immersing the model in the right kind of language environment. But here's the thing. Even with the perfect ingredients, we can't just throw raw data at the LLM and expect a Michelin star performance. Just like with cooking, we need to prep the ingredients first. That's where preprocessing comes in.
Preprocessing, is this where we break out the AI equivalent of knives and cutting boards?
Exactly. Preprocessing is all about cleaning the data, removing unnecessary characters, and formatting it in a way that the LLM can easily digest. One crucial step in this process is tokenization, which we talked about earlier, breaking down the text into those bite-sized pieces the LLM can work with. It's like chopping the vegetables and measuring the spices before you start cooking.
So we've carefully selected our data, we've prepped it to perfection, now comes the real test, the training montage. What does that process actually look like? Is it like a rigorous academic program? Boot camp for AI.
It can be intense, but here's the cool part. We don't always have to start from scratch. Instead of building an LLM from the ground up every single time, we can use a brilliant shortcut called transfer learning.
A shortcut? Tell me more.
Imagine this. You've got a star student who's already aced all the basic subjects right. They've got a solid foundation. Instead of making them start from scratch in a new field, you enroll them in a specialized program to hone their existing skills.
So we're taking already brilliant AI and giving it a specialized education? That's genius.
Exactly. We call this specialized training fine-tuning. We take a pre-trained LLM, one that's already learned a ton about language in general, and fine-tune it on a smaller, more focused data set for our specific task.
So instead of teaching it the whole alphabet from scratch, we're saying, you already know your letters, now let's write a novel. That's a total game changer.
It really is. It saves time, it saves resources, and it often leads to even better performance.
Amazing. We've built it, we've trained it, but how do we actually share this incredible AI with the world? That's got to be a pretty amazing feeling, right? Hitting that publish button.
That, my friend, is the exciting world of deployment, where we take our LLM from the training grounds to the main stage. It's showtime.
We're back. All right, so we spent all this time building and training our superpowered LLM, and now it's time to set it free, right? Deployment time. Sounds like a pretty big deal.
It is. It's like we've got this incredible piece of technology, this digital masterpiece, but it's no good just sitting on our hard drives, right? We got to share it with the world.
Exactly. Let it loose. So where do we even start? How do we make this happen?
Well, one of the most common ways is through something called APIs, application programming interfaces. They might sound a little intimidating, but think of them like those universal adapters you can use to plug any device into any outlet, no matter where you are in the world.
Okay, so it's like a universal translator for software, making it easy for other programs to talk to our LLM.
You got it. APIs provide that common language, that bridge between your LLM and all sorts of applications. We can be talking chatbots, virtual assistants, language translation tools, you name it. And the best part, other developers can tap into the power of your LLM without having to go through the whole building process themselves. It's all about making this incredible technology accessible.
That's really cool. It's like building an AI engine that anyone can use to power their own inventions. But what about when that engine becomes super popular? Like, what if our LLM goes viral and suddenly everyone's trying to use it at once? How do we handle that kind of traffic?
That's the dream, right? But you're right. We need to make sure our LLM can handle its newfound fame without crashing the system. That's where scaling comes in. Picture this. Your LLM is like a popular restaurant suddenly slammed with customers.
Oh no, total dinner rush chaos.
Exactly. Long lines, slow service, unhappy customers. We definitely don't want that. In the LLM world, we use something called load balancing to make sure everyone gets served quickly and efficiently. Instead of having one chef trying to handle every single order, we distribute the workload across multiple instances of our model, so no one's overwhelmed.
So it's like having a whole team of expert chefs working in sync to prepare every dish to perfection, no matter how many orders come pouring in.
Now you're getting it. And to make things even smoother, even faster, we can use another trick up our sleeve, caching. Imagine our restaurant keeping a stock of those super popular dishes ready to go so they don't have to start from scratch every time someone orders them.
Smart. It's like those meal prep Sundays, but for AI. I like it.
Exactly. Caching lets us store the responses to those frequently asked questions or requests, so the LLM can fire them off in a flash. No waiting required.
Okay, we've built it, trained it, deployed it, scaled it. What else is there? It sounds like we've reached the finish line.
We've covered a lot of ground, that's for sure. But the journey's never truly over, and that's part of what makes this field so exciting. The world of language is always evolving, and our LLMs need to evolve along with it. That's why constant iteration and improvement are so important.
So it's like hitting that publish button is just the beginning.
In a way, yes. We've got to stay curious, stay adaptable, always looking for ways to refine and improve our LLMs, just like a musician fine-tunes their instrument to achieve that perfect sound. By embracing this mindset of continuous learning and improvement, we can unlock the true potential of these powerful AI tools.
This has been one incredible deep dive, and honestly, I'm a little blown away by everything we've covered. Who knew there was so much involved in building and deploying an LLM?
It's quite a journey, isn't it? But that's the beauty of it all. The endless possibilities, the constant learning, the feeling of being at the forefront of something truly groundbreaking.
I couldn't have said it better myself. To everyone listening, if you've ever been even a little bit curious about the world of LLMs, I hope this deep dive has sparked something within you. Don't be afraid to dive in, explore, experiment. You might be surprised by what you discover. Until next time, keep that curiosity alive and keep on learning.